Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Albert and Billy Show. Hello, Papa.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Yeah, we're here in downtown Pop, Tennessee, on the eve of the Oktoberfest. How'd you like that?
That'll be
Pretty good,
coming up
wasn't it?
October the 5th.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Which is tomorrow. Which there's a lot going on today, obviously. And it really kicked off today out at Fall Creek Falls with the golf tournament.
Yes.
But thanks for joining us here on WUAT. You're listening to us, and you're watching us on channel 18, BTC Fiber Television, and also on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to get on there and like and subscribe and comment.
Nicely.
Nicely, yeah. I think I covered all the bases there, for the most part anyway. But yeah, get on there, like and subscribe. I know everybody can't subscribe. Sometimes it does give you little problems and kicks you off for some reason. But if you can, we do appreciate it. And like I was saying, Papa, it's a lot going on here in Popple, obviously, this weekend. And it's already going on. It's underway, really.
Nice weather for it.
Yeah, that's. I'm glad to see that. I hate to see people plan stuff so hard for an outdoor event and it gets rained out.
Yes.
I feel bad for them because that's a lot of work to organize these things. But there's a big one going on right now as we speak, and they do need. The lines are not long right now, so radio listeners, you're listening live. Get down there if you want to. Because the lines are not long at all. They're actually needing some people to come get some free dentistry work. You can also get a mammogram and have your lungs checked. So the lines are very short right now for all three of those things. So if you are interested, or if you know anybody that would be interested, you need to tell them and take advantage of this because it lasts until 3 o'clock. But I'm sure if people don't come, enough people don't come, who's to say if it'll last till 3? I don't know.
But
So they need to get people down there.
The dental is extractions, fillings, or cleanings.
Yep, extractions, fillings, or cleanings, right?
Yes.
Okay. And it started at 8 a.m. this morning and it lasts until 3 p.m., guys. But the Health Expo is also planned from 8 to 3. Like I was saying, they got free health screenings. There's various health-related vendors that are down there, right here on Main Street. They're right here in downtown Poplar. You can't miss them. The first 50 registered patients are guaranteed to be seen on the dentistry, and I'd say that's probably done happen.
Oh yes.
So I get down there. Now's a good time to go if you're wanting to take advantage of any of those services, or you know somebody that would like to or needs to. Please tell them because it's going on right now. And let's see. I know I ain't going to be able to get away with one announcement, that's for sure. I want to wish a happy birthday, though. Can't forget that. Happy birthday to the following people. On October 2nd, Don Singleton and Cassie Gomez. October 3rd, happy birthday to Patty Farley. And Stacy, is it Melancon?
Melancon.
Melancon. Okay. And then Jill Swafford has a birthday today. Tomorrow, happy birthday to Landry Sherrill and Matt Ashburn. Happy birthday. And October the 6th, happy birthday to Kim Holland, Andrea Blankenship, and Debbie Elther. So happy birthday, everybody. And let's see, Papa. Looks like, let me make sure I get this right, though. October 5th is tomorrow. Right,
Yes.
right. So there's also a reunion tomorrow. This will be at 3 p.m. It's a cover dish dinner. This is at Deal. It's at Deal School, formerly known as Deal School, the old Deal School. This reunion is for Deal School alumni, and it's at the Deal Community Center. And it says a cover dish dinner will be served at 5 o'clock p.m. This is for all former students, teachers, and friends. So you're invited to attend. Come share an evening of memories, pictures, and how everyone has changed. If you have any questions, call James or Anna Daggett at 423-554-4755. And the Bargain Basement will be open once again tomorrow. They're open from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. They're right next door to us, right here in downtown Pikeville at the Methodist Church. This thrift store is sponsored by the United Methodist Women. The profits are used for missions. The $1 a grocery bag for clothing, movies, shoes, and books continues due to generous donations. I like to hear that.
That's cheap enough.
That is. Clean, usable donations are always appreciated, they say, and they can be brought during open hours. And obviously somebody is doing that. So keep it up, guys.
Yes.
And I hope, well, no, let's see, I think we got, this is for early voting and absentee notice, but we'll say the early voting, which is, let's see, when does that get underway, guys?
Now, I think. Because the election's November the 5th.
Yeah. Let me see. To vote during the early period, no, our early voting here in Tennessee is October 16th through the 31st.
16th.
So October 16th is when early voting will start. So that's good to know. And the last day of early voting is Halloween. What about that? The hours of early voting will be, that's what people want to know. October 16th, 17th, 18th will be 2 to 7 p.m. Of course, this is all at the Bledsoe County Courthouse right across the street from us here. October 19th October 19th is 9 a.m. until 12 noon. October 21st, 22nd, and well, I'll say October 21st to the 24th is 1 p.m. to 1 to 4 p.m. It's always going to be, well, no, the 2 to 7 p.m. threw me off. Usually it's not 2 to 7, is it, Papa?
No.
Okay, it's usually 1 to 4 or 9 to 12. But 1 to 4 of those days. And then back to 9 a.m. until 12 noon for October 25th and 26th. And then the final week, the 28th through the 31st, Halloween. The hours are 9 a.m. until 12 noon that week. So there's your hours and dates for early voting. All right, Papa, I'm going to let you talk.
I have the, tomorrow, Ember's Ice Cream Shop is going to be open, and they'll be open from 10 until 5. You have 4 choices of meat and what you want to eat for dinner. They have prime hamburgers made out of prime beef.
It's good, too. They're
And
real
then
good.
to go with that hamburger, you will have chips and a drink.
There you go.
If you don't want a hamburger, you can have a hot dog. If you don't want a hot dog, you can have chicken salad.
Which
You
is
don't
also
like-
really good.
If you don't like chicken salad, they'll give you BLT.
Which is also really good.
So you have 4 choices,
Ask for a glass of sweet tea.
and
If they have
everything
it,
is
you're going to
under
love it. It's the best sweet tea in town.
under $10.
Everything's under $10.
It
All
says
right.
everything's under $10.
Yeah, and they're doing this for the Fall Festival. So cool.
This is from
And they
10
will
to-
be very busy tomorrow.
10 to 5.
Yeah.
Okay, there's going to be a revival held out at New Harmony Free Will Baptist Church.
Okay.
That will be September the 30th, which is past,
Mm-hmm.
to October the 4th. That is tonight.
Tonight's the last night, folks.
So it is 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.
Oh, so that's 6 o'clock here.
The evangelist is going to be Matthew Meeks. So that's at New Harmony Free Will Baptist Church, which is on New Harmony Road.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So don't forget that. And also there will be a public meeting of the Board of Aldermen and the city fathers.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be October the 14th. That's when it was originally set. Now it's been changed to October the 15th.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's going to be at 6:30 at the municipal building here in Pikeville.
That's in your neck of the woods.
That's if you have to park my card, it's $2. Okay, then there will be the Oktoberfest tomorrow.
Yeah,
This is going to be a big affair for Pikeville.
it is.
There will be thousands of people here, I would say. But,
Yeah.
There's going to be family fun, craft and food vendors, music, and more. The
Good
music,
deal.
I think, starts at 11 o'clock, and with Carrie Hassler. And the Glengarry unit And the Back Road Band is going to
Back Row
entertain.
Band. I knew there's a name that I like. The Back Row Band.
There's
I
going
don't
to
know
be
what a name. It just comes off the tongue easy for some reason. The
the Back Road Band. There's going to be some fun things for kids to do. There's going to be a zone, kids
Oh
zone.
yeah.
Uh,
It's actually really good.
Then, like you say, there's going to be that tournament today out at Fall Creek Falls.
Yeah, they're having that now.
So
That's where
they
Mom
want
is
you
at.
to be here that day for all the activities. It's going to
Mhm.
last probably from 9 o'clock until 4 or 5 o'clock.
I would say past that, honestly. I wouldn't doubt it.
It doesn't
But
say.
it just, it'll last at least 5, and I'm sure it depends on the crowd after that.
Well, I'm sure it will be. But anyway, the annual meeting for the Bledsoe County Farm Bureau is October the 12th. That
Okay.
will be at 6 o'clock p.m. That's going to be held at the West End Church of God Fellowship Hall.
Oh, okay.
The keynote speaker is Lily Cagle. She was
Oh, okay.
a graduate of Bledsoe County High School and very successful girl. And she's now enrolled in Tennessee Tech, I believe it is.
Is that one Mark Cagle's daughter? Okay, yeah. Oh, that's the one I saw on the. Well, she was on Valley Views one time. I've seen her on there
They
before.
encourage you to attend this meeting if you're a member of the Farm Bureau.
I would say they do.
You should attend if you're a member.
I would think so, wouldn't you?
I would think so.
Oh yes.
That's all the announcements we have.
All right. And it is trivia time.
Let me tell you, Billy, I've got some trivia for you today.
Yes.
According to
Let's
the
get
Bible,
some ball game details here.
who is best qualified to be known as the greatest shipbuilder in the world?
The greatest shipbuilder in the world.
According
in
to the
biblical
Bible.
Times. Does Lifeline have a clue on this one?
Well, yeah, I think who
Moses?
built the first ship.
Oh man. God, I just immediately thought of Moses because I guess
Moses didn't need a ship. He parted the sea.
that's true. Yeah.
Noah's the one that built an ark.
Noah, dang it. Oh, it makes
Okay.
me mad. Noah's Ark.
Number 2. And that ark is 3 levels high, and it was 450 feet long and 75 feet wide.
That's big.
And it was accommodating all the animals that were created, plus the clean animals. There were 7 of each that
I guess
came.
that's where I don't know where I got Moses and all that. Noah's Ark, duh. Oh man, too early in the morning.
Only 8
We use that as
people.
an
Only
excuse.
8 people were on board that ark. Everybody else
Mhm.
died.
Yeah, it's like started over basically, didn't they?
Starting over. Okay. You complete this statement. Fall on deaf blank.
Ears.
Deaf ears. Very
I've heard
good,
that.
Billy. Spock's captain.
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk. You've watched television before, haven't you?
Yeah. I about said his real name, William Shatner.
Yeah.
About said that.
Okay. Toy Blocks brand. What was the name of the brand of blocks that everybody buys their kids?
Well, that's a terrible clue.
Bill-
But
Building blocks.
okay, building blocks that are toys for kids. Do you remember what era? Or does it say?
Well, I think they're still around.
Crap. Well, there was still some stuff around then too. I feel like is it Legos?
Lego. That's
Yeah.
the only one I
knew
know
I
about.
would know it, and we're gonna have another one like Noah's Ark on me.
Okay, this happened to come to me. What is it that a needle does? Ply a needle. What do you do with a needle?
What do you do with a needle? You can do a lot of things with a needle.
But what's the main job for a needle? Main job.
Sew? Thread?
Sew.
So, yeah.
Sew.
Okay. Whew. That's kind of tough too.
For Pete's blank.
For Pete's sake.
Pete's sake. So you've known these sayings too.
Yeah, I've heard those anyway.
What do you do to make a knife blade that you carry in your pocket keener,
Keener is sharper, maybe?
sharper? What do you do with a knife on a whetstone?
Well, you sharpen it, but
You sharpen it.
yeah.
So what are you doing to it on that stone?
I mean, I know the word ain't coming to me that's why I'm getting aggravated.
I
And
already gave you that name.
You already give me the name? Oh, man.
What kind of stone is it? What do you do with a knife?
You sharpen it.
You
But
sharpen it, but what the four
why is
letters?
that word not coming to me? Gosh. I need a lifeline. I cannot think of the word.
The whetstone's what he's talking about.
You wet it.
You wet it?
You wet. W-H-E-T.
I wouldn't have, well,
That's
wouldn't have thought of
to
that
make your
word.
knife sharper.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you call a thick carpet?
A thick carpet. I bet it's a 3-letter word.
4-letter word.
Well, then there goes my guess.
What kind of carpet is thick?
A thick carpet. And it's not a rug. So.
No, it would be a rug in your house,
mm,
but it's thick carpet. It's not regular carpet.
oh my gosh, this is not coming to me at all. Thick carpet. Do you have a clue, Live? Well, please tell me, because I'm
Shag.
Shag.
shag carpet. Shag carpet. I don't know if I have heard of that one.
Really?
That may sound crazy, but I don't know if I've heard that. Shag carpet.
Your body from waist high is what is it called?
Torso.
Torso.
Got that? You thought that'd be hard, didn't you?
What is it you call when you put two pieces of metal together? What do you do to get those two pieces of metal joined?
What do you do to put two pieces of metal together?
That you join that two pieces of metal. Where it is joined, what do you call what you've done to that metal?
I don't know on that one.
Weld.
Well,
Oh, well then
weld
yeah,
it together.
well, crap, I didn't know that. That's
Oh.
two of them now that I would have known and just could not think of it.
now on a boat, you got a
Back to the
spinnaker, you got a jib, or you got a main. What? On a boat. It has no motor. It has no motor. So you have a
It's a
spinnaker,
sailboat.
you have a jib blank, and you have a main blank.
Sailboat.
Sail.
Okay. Man, finally.
What do you call a hockey disc?
Puck.
Puck.
Right. Whew. Man. Couldn't get
Okay,
that wrong.
the last one.
No.
Give me the state where Dubuque is located.
Where who?
Dubuque.
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 Iowa.
Iowa's right, buddy.
Well, thank God, because I don't know what Dubuque is.
That's a place in Iowa.
Okay.
You did well. You did well.
Thank you, Lifeline. I think the only city I know in Iowa is Iowa City. That's where the University of Iowa is.
Last night,
Ames, Iowa. That's a town.
Ames,
'Cause that's
Iowa.
where Iowa State is.
last night I worked on the Albert and Billy show. I've got Albertology and I've got trivia set for 1 year.
Dang, you are on top of it.
I've got it set for 1 year.
Wow. That is what you call being prepared, isn't it? Well, folks, that trivia was a little tricky. I'm gonna call that tricky trivia.
Well, I do not know where trivia comes from.
I don't either.
Odd things just crop up.
Mm-hmm. I know it, man. Those were. Well, I got some of them, but some of them were pretty tough, and some of them I just couldn't think of.
They ran the gamut today.
They did. That was the toughest it's been in a while. I'll put it that way. But anyway, now that I'm done with trivia, me and Papa will be back after the commercial break with sports of all sorts, of course.
Yes.
And of course, so we'll be talking Tennessee, of course. And then Albertology and jokes. Of course, we have to end the show with some good old jokes from Albert. So, me and Albert / Papa will be right back after the commercial break. Stick around, folks.
See you.
Bledsoe Telephone Cooperative, connecting the Sequatchie Valley to the world.
At Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter, we're committed to be better. Better prices, better vehicles, a better experience. Your Jason Lewis Dunlap Supercenter understands that you rely on us to provide you with the highest quality of used vehicles. With over 350 pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs, so what are you waiting for? Let us show you a better experience with the Jason Lewis Automotive family. Come visit us at Rankin Avenue here in Dunlap or on the web at dunlapsupercenter.com.
You need a bank that you can depend on. Here at Citizens Tri-County Bank, we have the most dependable staff that you will ever meet. Call in, you will not get an automated attendant, you'll get a person. But on the other side, we have all the technology that anyone would need, from apps to online banking to bill pay. So please come and grow with us as we're about to celebrate our 50th year. We are the only community bank you will ever need.
Support small business and shop DunlapMercantile.com.
Welcome back, folks, to the Albert and Billy Show. You listen to us on WUAT Radio and watch us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber TV, and on the BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Remember, like, subscribe, comment nicely. And the speakers are working outside, Papa. I'm glad of that. Maybe they'll stay on for a little while this time.
Good deal.
Can't really explain it, but a lot of people ask us to bring them back, so they're back. But I didn't do it, but I'm very glad of it, though, that's for sure. We want to thank our sponsors quickly here of the Albert and Billy Show. So a big, huge thank you to the following businesses and people. A big thank you to Citizens Tri-County Bank, Bilbrey Insurance, Scotty's of Pikeville, the offices of Janine Boynton, Lisa Wheeler, and Michael Walker, Farm Bureau Insurance, that's Matt Massengale and his friendly staff, Morgan Brothers, the Pikeville Family Restaurant closed, which is a bummer because I missed their waffles.
Wow.
I know. But Morgan Brothers Barbecue, of course, you got the buffet now. And also the Bank Walker Brewery, which I've always said on there, if you go in there, it's really nice what they've done in there. It's a really nice place. With good food too, good food. Milldam Outdoor Adventures, Nickel Row Antiques, our closest neighbor. It's Lola's right here on Main Street. I'm sure she's open for all this. Lee Station Baptist Church, the Daily Stop on the bypass. It's quilting time, which used to be the Loom, and the part where it was the Loom, we're waiting on that to open up, but I'd say it's any time now. It's got to be getting close. The Lucky Star, you've seen us at the Lucky Star, beautiful place. I've always called it Bledsoe's best kept secret. So the Lucky Star, and Dexter's Barbershop. And we got to get with him because he wants us to film at his barbershop. That'd be a cool little episode.
That'd be
there.
different.
That would be. We'll have to make that happen, producer man. I think I got a yes. Okay, that's our sponsors. Thanks, you guys. And Papa, sports of all sorts. And there is all sorts of sports going on.
Yes.
So, let's
But
get
mainly
to
right
it.
now it's football.
It is college football and the NFL are both well underway. That is true.
Last Saturday,
We were all Tennessee had an off day.
well, Tennessee was resting,
Mm-hmm.
but Alabama and Georgia tackled each other.
I think Alabama tackled them.
Well, Alabama outplayed Georgia badly the first 3 quarters, I guess.
Yeah, it's like Georgia didn't decide to play till the last. It was too late.
But the score wound up being 41-34, just 7 points separated them. But throughout the game, Alabama had the upper hand.
Yeah, Georgia, they did make a good run in the fourth quarter, but I don't know what they were waiting on. You know, they
Why did they wait till the fourth
I
quarter?
don't know. It was too much to overcome.
I think that they played in the fourth quarter out of desperation.
Yeah, they did.
And Alabama must have rested on their haunches thinking...
I think they did a little bit. I think it was a letdown on their end, and Georgia, out of desperation, they started to play much better.
So it wound up being a good game, 41-34. That's
Yeah.
a lot of points.
It could have been a blowout. You know, for that fourth quarter, it would have been.
Meanwhile, that was number 4 and number 1
Yeah.
that was going to tussling.
Mm-hmm.
But now Ole Miss and Mississippi State and Texas mixed it up, and
Ole Miss lost. They got upset by Kentucky. That
well,
was a huge win for Kentucky.
it was a good win. But
Mhm.
Texas topped Mississippi State 35-13, no contest.
Not surprised at that one.
But LSU at number 14 took
Mhm.
on South Alabama and won 42-10. No big deal there.
No, unless it would have been close or an upset. That's the only way it would be.
I cannot understand Auburn with their
Mhm.
record playing Oklahoma like they did. The final score was 27-21. That's just 6 points difference.
So Oklahoma won, but barely.
Oklahoma won, but Auburn really gave them a good game.
Yeah, because Auburn's definitely not the Auburn we're used to seeing. The last couple of years, Auburn's been down.
Yeah, I'm afraid their coach will lose his job this year.
Problem, and he a newer coach anyway, but he's not. They're not doing nothing good so far, are they?
Not yet.
No.
Texas A&M won over Arkansas 21-17.
Good
So
game.
Arkansas that's who Tennessee plays this week.
Yeah. Well, Texas A&M has a new coach. I guess their fans are glad to see some wins again.
Well,
They had a terrible year last year.
They're still ranked.
Yeah, they're good again. They had a terrible year last year. Remember, that's what got Jimbo fired.
Yeah, I think they're number 24 or number 25.
Mhm.
And so 6 SEC teams
SEC
won,
teams.
but 5 lost. So
Yeah, some to each other though.
they were going head to head.
Yeah, that's mainly why.
Okay, on Saturday night, I was watching TV and across the screen flashed a message. My Dodgers had the best record in baseball.
And that's exactly what it said, isn't it? It said Albert's Dodgers best in baseball.
The Yankees have the top spot in the American League. But now
So the Dodgers have the best overall record.
Yes, but now the playoffs are going on right now. And
Oh,
the Mets won and they play the Phillies, I think, now.
okay.
But the Dodgers are just waiting.
They get to sit back and wait on whoever wins, don't they?
Yes.
That's good.
But Alabama, this new ranking, Alabama is number 1 because
Wow.
they beat Georgia at number 1.
Okay.
Texas stayed number 2. Number 3 is an also ran out of the Big Ten.
Who?
Ohio State, I think.
Oh, yeah, it is, yeah.
And Tennessee's coming in at number 4.
Well, that's more like it. I mean, that's more. Tennessee is absolutely legit. They're no joke. This is a good team that Tennessee has. The only problem is the brutal schedule. But it is a good Tennessee team that should win many more ball games. That's for sure.
I'm hopeful they'll win at least 10.
They should. They should.
Okay. LSU, let's see, A&M is number 25.
Okay.
Missouri is number 9.
Yeah, that's big. They're in the top 10. Undefeated.
Number 5 is Ole Miss.
That may go down. I don't know.
Oh,
since lost.
they fell to 12th.
Okay.
But
yeah.
they were at number 5.
Yeah.
So
They had a chance to tie that game with Kentucky, but they missed a field goal.
But what impresses me about Alabama, they're doing this without Saban.
Mm-hmm.
They have a new coach, Kalen DeBoer.
Yeah, that's true. That it was a big win.
He's making waves.
So far, yeah, definitely.
Because Georgia had lock and stock and barrel on number 1 for 2 years.
They have, but now I knew it'd be a close game, especially at Tuscaloosa. I mean, I knew it'd be a really good game. So I'm not that surprised with the result. I don't know that Alabama deserves to go from number 4 to number 1 because Texas did their job and they destroyed Mississippi State. Wasn't close. So
well, I don't
teams
think
like that tend to get
Mississippi
punished.
I don't think Mississippi State is.
They're not. But Texas didn't do anything wrong.
Big.
Yeah, they did. But that doesn't affect Alabama and Georgia,
No,
though.
it does not.
Like, what I'm saying is, what did Texas do wrong to get that? You know what I'm saying? They did their job. Sometimes these big games, I don't know. That's a big jump. I'll just put that. That's 3 spots, number 1. I get it's a big win, but,
The only way to settle that would be for Texas and Alabama to face
and
each
luckily
other.
they can. So,
Last
that's one
Friday
good thing
night,
about it.
Bledsoe County took on Tellico Plains,
Yeah,
and they won 34-0.
yeah. It was a good win.
So I'd say Bledsoe County is in the driver's seat.
They are, and like I said, I hope they get to play York again. Because I think it'd be a different result if they played York again. I really do.
I'd like to think it would.
I believe it would be.
Okay.
Now
tomorrow,
they play. I think Bledsoe plays Whitwell tonight.
play at Whitwell.
It's at Whitwell. You can listen to the game live here on WAT at 7. That's kickoff time. Mike and Bradley will have the call for you, but I want to mention that Whitwell is number 2 in the state in single A. If you'll remember, about 5 years ago, Whitwell won the state title for the first time ever. And they went out, they graduated, they were seniors, they grew up together. It was a good group of players. So Whitwell's not been very good at all ever since then, until this year. And so apparently they got another group of really good players because I was surprised to see them at number 2 in single A. So that's going to be a test for sure.
And it'd be at their home court.
Yeah, so that's going to be an interesting ball game.
Okay, tomorrow, Tennessee takes on Arkansas,
Mm-hmm.
and that's at 6:30 on ESPN.
Okay.
And Tennessee
That'd be a
now is
good one.
number 4. Don't forget that.
And is it in Knoxville? I don't forget what you said. Or
I do
We
not
didn't say-
know.
you know what? I can figure that out real quick. You can tell us about something else in sports, and I'll find it.
Alabama, number 1, takes on Vanderbilt. South Carolina and Ole Miss tied up. And Georgia takes on Auburn. And Florida takes on Central Florida. And
That should be a win.
I
But
don't have anybody else.
Well, Florida is still. They've not had that great of a year. It's in
They're
Knoxville.
2-2.
Yeah.
Okay, A&M number 25 takes on Missouri at number 9. And
Okay.
so that will happen tomorrow.
That'd be a good one too.
Okay, on television on Monday night, I got an announcement that Pete Rose died
Oh yeah.
at
Man,
83.
I forgot about. Had he been sick or anything, or was it unexpected?
It was unexpected to
I
me.
think it was unexpected. Period.
No one else in baseball was ever given the title Charlie Hustle except Pete Rose.
Yeah, that's true.
He played from 1963 to 1986.
That's a long career.
He had 4,256 hits in his career.
That's impressive too. He
And-
got in trouble for gambling or something.
It wasn't
betting.
just gambling. He gambled on his own team.
That's right. Can't do that.
And he never was forgiven for that.
No, they were. I felt like they made an example out of him a little bit on that.
Okay, this latest storm that hit, this hurricane, Helene,
Mhm.
did some damage on the Masters golf course.
Oh, really?
They're having to get it back in shape. They think they'll have it ready for the new golf tournament.
Oh, wow. That could be a big job.
And then last night I saw that Caitlin Clark was voted Rookie of the Year in the WNBA.
Oh, that's a no-brainer.
She got all the votes except one.
Wow.
One person voted against her.
I'd like to know who that was, because that's a no-brainer.
Well,
That's somebody that just don't like her, I'm
I
assuming.
don't understand that. I'm like you.
Now, who got Player of the Year? She must not have won that, but
No, she didn't get. Maybe that. No, they were voting on Rookie of the Year.
yeah, and Player of the Year would have been something totally different. Well, but that's really hard to do. We talked on here once before, like, only one player in history has done that, and that was former Lady Vol, Candace Parker.
Candace Parker.
She won Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year her first year, her rookie year. And she played on the Olympic team that year too, so what a way to... She come in with a bang, let's put it that way. Big time.
Came in with a bang.
But that's never been repeated. And that's hard to do. It's hard for a rookie to come in and win Rookie of the Year is good. That's an honor in itself. But for a rookie to win Player of the Year is extremely hard.
I think one thing that helped Caitlin Clark was her number of assists.
Yeah.
She was good to pass the ball off, and yet she
can score and pass.
She was a good scorer.
Yeah, she's a lethal scorer. She can shoot from anywhere on the court. And she is a very good passer, too. Very good.
I thought she was good. Like I say, she led in assists.
Yeah. Yeah, so... And her team, Indiana, made the playoffs. So you think about that. They had the first pick, so they got her, so that means they had to have the worst record last year.
Yeah, they did.
So to make the playoffs next year, I think that's what you could call success. That's a successful season, if you ask me.
Well, I'd like to think they'll do better next year.
Oh, yeah, they'll get better and better, because I think they're a young team in general.
Well, you got to recognize that she was just a rookie.
Yeah. And
So
I think I've heard them say that it's a young team.
But she made waves.
She sure did.
In her
She
first
sure
year.
did.
So she will be more acclimated to her position, I think, this next year.
I do too. I think they'll be. Actually, I think we'll see a whole lot of improvement in just 1 year with that team.
And I would think that other teams will respect her more.
Oh yeah, they will.
She'll have less opposition now.
Mm-hmm. There was way too much jealousy, way too much this year, and just hating on somebody for being a good ball player
Because they're good.
Yeah, very unnecessary, and it definitely didn't work out in their favor. That's for sure.
No.
They tried to take her down, but it didn't work.
Okay, to get Albertology started off.
Albertology, do you feel smarter already, guys?
On Tuesday.
I do.
On Tuesday, Jimmy Carter turned 100.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Former president turned 100.
That's right. He lives in Georgia, don't he?
Plains, Georgia.
Yeah.
Okay, this is Albertology now. Creativity. Why should it be wasted on the living? Now, thanks to some imaginative grief counselors, we have some other things to do with departed people. Where are they going to spend eternity? Listen to this.
Whoa, this got deep.
The remains of more than 100 people have been shot into space by Celestis of Houston, Texas. They pack a small portion of cremated remains, which are called cremains, into a lipstick-sized aluminum container, load it into a NASA spacecraft, and blast it into moon orbit.
You would think this was a joke.
Timothy Leary and Star Trek creator Gene Roddenberry both chose this after-death method.
Okay.
Their cost, $995 to $12,500.
Golly day.
That's two people
That's,
that were noted that
wanted
that
that.
chose this.
Wow. You don't hear that every day.
Diamonds. Diamonds are forever is what they usually say.
Mhm.
Life Gym of Chicago came up with a brilliant idea. They compressed portions of cremated remains into manufactured diamonds. It sounds like a hoax, but it's for real.
Sounds dumb.
Diamonds are carbon, the same stuff humans are made of.
Right.
So it's been possible to manufacture diamonds from carbon since 1970. So far they've made the blue tinted diamonds for 50 clients
No way.
whose loved ones usually have the diamonds set into jewelry.
Okay.
They take the cremains and the cost is $4,000.
Gosh.
Put them into a diamond.
So the cremains, as you say, are turned into a diamond.
Diamond.
Wow, that's
San
crazy.
Francisco's creative cremains mixes cremated ashes and flower seeds into the paper they use to make their homemade death announcement cards. The cards are intended for grieving friends or relatives who can cut them into pieces and plant them to create a flowering garden memorial.
I've heard it all now.
$300 is what it costs.
Well, that's a lot cheaper than the others you mentioned.
This one right here costs, I'm going to tell you now. Celebrate Life of Lakeside, California will pack the cremated remains of your loved one into fireworks and then explode them on a beach or off a boat. Fireworks shows can be coordinated to music and can even be rendered in red, white, and blue. The cost is anywhere from $500 to $3,700.
I would say, now that is the craziest one so far. People actually want to be turned into fireworks.
Fireworks. Listen to
Man
this.
alive.
Mississippi's Eternally Yours incorporates cremated remains into paintings, sprinkling a few tablespoonfuls of original works of art that can be customized to match your home decor or the deceased interest. So, can you imagine cremains being on a picture?
No,
The
that
cost
would be
is
so weird.
$350 to $950. This is the last one.
Well, these are crazy.
Donated bodies, called anatomical gifts in the funeral business, are used for research at medical schools across the country.
Yeah.
Many medical facilities will pick up the gift at no charge, and once the research is complete, the body is cremated. The cost is free.
Free.
Free. They use that body for research.
Oh yeah, and they do that a lot. So,
Okay.
well, that one's not as well. Them other ones, man, especially the
should've-
firework.
I should say that one for last.
Man alive.
Here's a story of ordinary people who were faced with an extraordinary situation and did something about it.
Oh, okay.
This hero, his name is Steve Leach. He's a milkman in Cornwall, England.
Cornwall, England. Okay.
So this is the story. Leach was making his regular rounds one morning when he noticed smoke coming out of a gift shop along his route. He called 91999, which is equivalent
For our 911.
to our 911, and then decided not to wait for the firefighters to arrive. She saw people living above where he saw the smoke coming.
Okay.
So he went in the place where he saw the smoke coming from, and he found the fire. He took the milk that he had
Oh, yeah.
and opened up,
Don't tell how many.
let's see, 320 pints of milk and poured them on that fire, and they got it under control so that when the firemen got there, they could put it out.
Wow. Who would have
So-
thought that?
He was afraid that his boss would get onto him for opening up 320 pints of milk and
Wow.
pouring it out.
Not to say somebody's life, no.
But his boss let him keep his job,
I would hope so.
and England's National Division of Dairymen named him the hero milkman of the world.
The hero milkman of the world. Yeah,
Okay.
that is what a hero would do. He didn't wait around on him. He took action.
In 1938, legendary film producer David Selznick held auditions for Gone with the Wind. He needed a red-headed girl to be the star of the show,
Lucille Ball tried out for it, didn't she?
so he wanted to try out a young starlet named Lucille Ball.
I knew that was connected somehow.
So it was raining outside, so she got her hair wet, and so he came in while she was drying her hair, and he gave her the lines to read. She was not prepared. She was drying her hair, so he dismissed her from the part immediately.
They regretted that, though.
In 1957, remember this was in 1938.
Right.
In 1957, Lucy and her husband Desi Ornaz bought Selznick's,
That is
Studio.
right. I knew she got the last laugh on that.
and it was called Desilu.
That's funny, ain't it?
That's funny. She got her revenge.
Boy, did she ever.
But that would have been
That's pretty slick, Lucy.
That would have been something for her to have been named the star of Gone with the Wind.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think Gone with the Wind did pretty good without
It did. It did. And she done really good without Gone with the Wind, so I guess it all worked out. In
it. It
the
all
end.
worked out.
Yeah.
These are a few priceless nuggets from a quote bank. It's called Money Talks.
Money talks. Okay.
This is a Russian proverb. It's not money that brings happiness, it's lots of money. J. Paul Getty said this, he's a billionaire. If you can actually count your money, then you're not rich at all.
Exactly. Exactly. That's pretty good.
Ray Romano said this.
He's funny anyway.
Once in a while, my wife complains about my jokes. I tell her to go cry in a big bag of money.
Ooh, that's a good comeback.
Benjamin
Romano.
Benjamin Franklin said this, who is rich? He that is content. Who is that? Nobody.
Wow. I know. If you are content, you are rich, because it's hard to be content.
If you want to know what God thinks of money, just look at the people he gave it to.
That's funny.
My pastor told me today
That's
the
funny.
reason I didn't have any money is because God could not trust me with money. Alan Alda said this,
What else I would say?
it isn't necessary to be rich and famous to be happy. It's only necessary to be rich.
Me.
Make money your
Wow.
God, and it will plague you like the devil.
That's true. That's a good one.
Last one, Senator Everett Dirksen said this.
Everett Dirksen.
Everett Dirksen, he was a senator.
Oh,
A billion here, a billion there. Pretty soon it adds up to real money.
why, yeah, I would hope so.
This is what Dale Rooks said in Pensacola, Florida.
Dale Rooks.
Dale Rooks.
Well, what did Mr. Dale Rooks say?
For years, Rooks had tried everything he could think of to get drivers to slow down in front of the school, including waving his hands and yelling, but nothing stopped the cars from speeding going by the school. So then he got an idea. An old hair dryer, covered it with gray duct tape so that it looked like a radar gun, and
Right.
started pointing it at speeders as they
Oh.
went by the school. That did the trick. People started slowing down when they saw him with a
Yeah,
hairdryer.
it's
So
funny.
he said people are raising their hands and slowing down. He said it's amazing how well this hairdryer is working. So to give you an update, the fifth graders at the school set up a lemonade stand and raised
There you
$93 to buy him a real radar gun.
Really?
So he said,
That's
it
funny.
looks just like my hairdryer.
$93 at a lemonade stand. That's pretty good. It's because
You
it's
don't
hard to
sell
make
it,
a
you
lot of
don't-
money at lemonade stands.
You don't sell it for very much, do you?
No, you don't.
Here's one of our regular features, the origins of some common phrases and some common terms. To bear down. Where did that come from? It means to put pressure on someone or something.
Yeah.
So for centuries, sailors used the word bear in scores of expression to describe a ship's position.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Most are still used by sailors today. Bear up means to head the ship into the wind. Bear off means to head away from the wind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Bear down in the original nautical sense mean to approach from the weather or windward side. It later came to mean approach another ship rapidly, pressuring them to yield.
Mm.
By the skin of one's teeth. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I've heard of that. It means you barely got out of that situation.
You know where that came from?
Not a clue.
Came from the Bible, Book of
Oh,
Job.
that
Book
makes
of Job.
sense.
It means by an extremely narrow margin,
Yeah.
or just barely.
Yeah.
A literal translation of a biblical phrase from Latin. The biblical source is where Job is complaining about how illness had ravaged his body. So he says, my bone cleaveth to my skin and to my flesh, and I am escaped with the skin of my teeth.
Yeah.
The point is that Job is so sick, there's nothing left to his body.
Right. You barely survived.
So the passage is rendered differently in other translations, but
That's
this
what it
is what it means.
Yeah. It makes sense.
God bless Job. The
Yeah,
book of
yeah.
Job,
Job, I have to say, I can see why he complained a little bit. Boy, he had some
You know
bad
what?
luck, didn't he?
you know what his wife said to him?
What?
Curse God and die.
Mm,
That's
wow.
what his wife said to him.
Wow.
He lost everything he had,
Mm-hmm.
all of his wealth, his
He went
health.
through it. Yeah, he really
He did not lose his wife.
I know it. Yeah. That's amazing.
She stayed with him through all this, but
Yes, she did.
there's 42 chapters in the book of Job.
Mm-hmm.
God comes on the scene in chapter 38, I think it is. And then when God comes on the scene, if you'll remember, the book of Job ends, Job never finds out why he had to go through what he went through.
Well, he knows now.
But he realized that God was the boss.
Yeah, And I'm sure, well, obviously it worked out in the end for Job. I'm sure he had
Well, he got
lots
back-
of treasures waiting on him too after this life.
He lost 7 sons
That's a lot.
and 3 daughters. He had 10 children.
That's why, like, if anybody had a right to complain, you know, it was him. He really went through it.
But he got back twice the number of camels he had, twice the number of cattle he had,
See,
twice the number of his wealth. But he only got back 10 children, 7 and 3. Why did he get twice of everything except children?
well, I don't know really, but
Their souls are
Yeah,
still here.
right.
Their soul does not disappear.
I didn't. Yeah, I was trying to. I didn't know how to word it like that. If that makes sense.
That's it.
We were going to tell a joke before we go off.
We will have some
Uh-oh.
jokes.
Yeah. Tell us 3 jokes. Can you?
Okay. 2 letters arrived from my 9-year-old daughter who was at camp.
Uh-oh.
One was addressed to Mom. One was addressed to Dad. The note to Mom said, "Dear Mom, I'm having a lot of fun at camp. Tell Eddie, our cat, hello for me. I miss him. And I miss you. Love, Kenna." The even shorter note she sent to her dad said, "Dear Dad, read Mom's letter. Bye."
Oh, that's pretty good.
In our busy household, meals have often consisted of frozen ready meals. I've done that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Determined to give us a healthier diet, I decided to make a lamb casserole using fresh meat from the butcher, fresh vegetables from the greengrocer, and herbs from the garden. So after hours in the kitchen, I served it up to my expectant family. Not a frozen dinner, but lamb that I bought from the store, and all the trouble I went to.
A homemade meal sounds like.
So everyone agreed that the food was delicious,
Okay.
and this son said, "It tasted so good, Mom. If you hadn't told me you made it yourself, I would have thought it was one of the frozen dinners you served us."
Wow. That wasn't a compliment, was it?
This
You might have
is
gotten knocked upside the head after that one.
this is your great grandma and your great grandpa. I said to my grandson as I showed him the photo of my parents.
Okay.
"Do you think I look like them?" He shook his head. "No, not yet." Let me tell you one more.
Okay.
Even with 1,000 games, dolls, and crafts to choose from, my customer at the toy store still couldn't find a thing for her grandson. "Maybe a video or something educational," I said. "No, that's not it."
No.
We wandered the aisles until something caught her eye. A laser gun flashing lights and 15 different high-pitched sounds. "This is perfect," she said. "My daughter-in-law will hate it." So that's what she got, her grandson.
That's pretty good right there now. That's funny. Wow. That and the one where she said, "Read Mom's note." Those are my favorites of them. But I know there's a bunch of good ones in this book. You can tell one more.
I mean, this is a short one.
That's
I
fine.
asked my brother-in-law, the father of 4 boys, if you had it to do all over again, would you still have kids? "Yes," he said, "but just not these 4. What about that?
What an answer. I've never heard anybody answer it that way. That's pretty slick.
Oh my.
That is a good one, isn't it? Though it's hard to top that one. And I know there's plenty more in that book, so you have to bring it back next week. And you guys will have to join us next week for another episode of the Albert and Billy Show. Remember, radio listeners, remember you can watch or you can listen to the game live here on WAT tonight. Kickoff is at 7. Mike and Brad will have the call for you. Bledsoe County Warriors will be traveling to Whitwell to take on the number 2 ranked Whitwell Tigers.
Whoa.
Yeah. So, Whitwell, I've heard a lot of people call that Whitwell. So we'll be playing at Whitwell tonight at Whitwell in Marion County. But it'll be a good game. I mean, if you don't make it down to Whitwell, just like I said, you can listen to it live here on WAT at 7. And also tomorrow, reminder for listeners and viewers, tomorrow, the big Oktoberfest. You definitely need to come down downtown Pikeville tomorrow and be a part of it. It's a really good event for this town, and we need it. It's important. And by the way, we are going to be the judges again for Boo Bash. I was asked the other day by Miss Gina Lansing, so
Really?
we'll be the judges there. I'd say in typical fashion, we'll usually make that our Halloween episode. So more than likely that'll be our Halloween episode this year. So stay tuned for that. I don't have the date exactly yet on Boo Bash. I just know it's later this month. So as soon as we know, we'll let you know. So yeah, we're going to be judging again at Boo Bash, Papa. I think it's a tradition now. We've done it several years.
They must like how
We must be doing something right.
how we look or something.
Hey, Briar. Mr. Briar Robertson. But yeah, last year's was really good. Costume contest was really, really
There was
good.
a lot of contestants.
There was a lot, and they brought their A game, let me tell you. So hopefully it'll be the same this year. But that's to be continued, so you have to stay tuned to find out. And you may find out next week, who knows. But anyway, to find out, you'll have to watch this, won't they? So watch this next time. That's it for this episode of the Albert and Billy Show. We'll see you guys next time. Have a great week, folks.
See you later.
Hey folks, Albert and Billy here. You're watching us on Channel 18, BTC Fiber. Check us out on BTC Fiber YouTube channel. Be sure to subscribe and like. And check out our Facebook page. Be sure to like and share. Thanks everybody for watching.